All right, what is up, guys? So in this video, I am going to go over how you can validate your startup ideas for basically free. I've created this template or SOP that I'll be going over in this video, and I will be linking it in the description below. But in this video, we're going to go over how you can test and validate ideas fast, how you can use AI to help come up with easy ways to test your idea, just so that you're not wasting your time. And I'm going to do a live example of how I would validate an idea that I have, and I'm going to just go over all the steps mentioned in this template. If you guys could comment validate startup idea, it would help a lot with the YouTube algorithm. But let's get right into it. So I have this Notion document here, which has a lot of useful reference material, and it has the link to the template that I've created to help you validate your startup idea. And then there are two links here that will help you if you still need an idea. So this video will help you find an idea, and then this video here will help you find your target customer. So the point of this video though is to validate your idea, right? So one book I really recommend is this book. This is the book Traction, and in the book it goes over 19 different channels that you can use to test your startup idea. I've included all of the channels below, and you can use this as a reference. This is like one of the concepts mentioned in the book, which is basically you have all of these different channels, and you first pick 3 channels that you're going to test, which is like your bullseye, and then you have other channels that you will experiment with if the 3 channels that you picked initially don't work. I have all the channels down here, and I've linked or I've marked the ones that are free to test. Some of these are paid, so like ads or SEM or offline ads. There's a lot of free channels that you can also test. So let's get right into the template. Here is the template. Let me just explain it really quick. There's 5 different tables. So the first table is the master plan. This is where you'll be planning the channels that you're planning to test. There's another table called calculator. It goes over all of the channels, and you can rate how easy it is for you to test that channel. So this is how easy it is to test it, and then this is the potential impact of that channel. So the number of customers that you think you can get from that channel, and then it's gonna give you a score. And then based on that score, you wanna test the channel with the highest number, right? So if you have a bunch of numbers and if they're all like 8, and then you have one channel that you calculate and it's like a 10, then you wanna go with the highest value first. And then there are 3 different channels, 3 different tables, and these are the three channels that you're gonna be testing at first. So let me just like do a live example to show you guys. So let's say I want to build a product that sells leads to startups or agencies, right? So what you want to do up here is you want to clearly state what your product or service does in this format. So I help X to do X by doing X. So let me show you guys how you do it if you're kind of stuck. So what you can do is you can like type in your idea. So let's say a database of leads of startups that just got funding, and I want to sell to like agencies, right? And then you can type in this format, put it in this format of who I can sell to. So you use AI to help you generate like your proposition of your business. So you can see here it's like I help marketing agencies by providing freshly funded startups to increase their client base by delivering a targeted list of startups that recently received funding. And you can see that it does it for all of these different target customers, right? So what you can do is you can test each audience, and based on whichever one has the best reception, you can like focus and scale that one. Let's say I want to start with this one here because I'm like most familiar with software development, but obviously if you have other passions or experiences, then you want to pick with something else, right? You want to paste in your proposition that is very clear, so that whenever you forget or whenever you're stuck, you can just look at this and kind of remember what you're trying to aim for. You have this, and then what you want to do is based on the proposition or this statement here, you want to go through this entire list here and calculate how easy is it for you to reach that audience, right? So you want to paste this here as well. And let's say for viral marketing, like how easy is it to create a viral stunt to get the attention of software dev agencies? Let's say it's like a 5 because I never done before, but the impact is 5 as well because maybe like all the agencies in the country see it, right? So this is score 10. All right, so the next table is called calculator, and what you can do in this table is you can calculate all of the channels that are possible. So here are all the channels, and if you need a refresher, here are a description of each channel. If you're unsure, just click on the row and it will give a description of that channel. What you can do is basically you go through and you rate how easy and how impactful that channel is, and then it'll give you a score, and based on the score, obviously you would just pick the one with the highest score and experiment with those first. So let's go through this example of contacting or reaching software development agencies. So viral marketing, I've never done it before, so this is pretty hard. And over here, you can see that if it's hard, just mark it as 1. But if it's easy, mark it as 5. I've never done this before. It was a 1. The impact is 5 because if you're able to reach all the agencies in the country, then it will give you a lot of leads. The final score is 6. And then you can also make a note of anything that you want to remember for later here. So PR, this one is hard. I've never done before, but the potential reach might be a 4. All right, so unconventional PR. This is creating memorable and unconventional events or stunts to attract attention. This is probably like a 2. The impact is a 2. Search engine marketing. I never done this before, so it's a 1. And the impact is maybe a 4, right? So a lot of these, it might depend on how much experience you have with that channel. But the good thing is you can start with the ones that you're experienced with, and if you're trying it out and you don't get any luck, then you can expand to the ones that you don't have like much experience with, but you still want to try. Offline, that's probably a 3. You can either pay someone or you can just learn yourself on like YouTube, but the impact might be a 3. And obviously you just go down this entire list and do it for all of the channels. For the sake of this video, just to keep it short, I'm not gonna do all of it, but that's what you do. And then you would pick the ones that have the highest score. After you finish this list, you would just go over to the master list and you would put in the source. So let's say I've done email marketing before, so I would rate this 5, and I think if I have a really good email campaign, I can get a lot of leads. You just type click on this and type in email marketing, and then let's scroll down and let's see some other ones. So let's say I'm okay with doing sales, so 5, and you put in sales here. And then since I have a decently sized social media account, I'm okay with trying that as well. It's under existing platforms. This is like using social media, so I'm gonna try this and put this here. All right, these are going to be the 3 that I try. And one key thing is that from the book, Traction, you don't want to experiment with a lot of channels at once. It's fine if you rotate through all the channels, but at first, just try and stick with 3. These are going to be the 3 that I stick with. And then what you can do is you can list down the number of traffic that you think you can get from this channel. Let's say for email marketing, I can scrape a list of agencies and I'm going to email all of them. Let's say I'm gonna scrape a list of 10,000, and the CTR of this list might be, let's say 1%. Let's say I set up a funnel where I email them and then I try to get them on the phone so that right. So let's say the close rate from the email list to the calendar link is, and then the conversion rate from the people that get on the call to the sale is like 25% or something, right? So you put this, and then what you can do is you can calculate all of the final number. Let me just do this. This will be done for you guys, so you can just clone this template. All right, so it's 25 people, right? And obviously that seems a bit high, but it'll probably be a lot lower when you test it because you're figuring out a lot of new stuff, right? So sales, let's say I cold call like 1,000 people, and let's say 50% or 40% pick up the phone, and then let's say 1% from that convert from the phone call to the sale. So this is like one customer. And then existing platform, let's say I post on social media for 30 days straight and I get like 50,000 impressions, and let's say 1% of those people come to my site, and let's say 5% of those people convert, right? So you can have a nice source of numbers that you're expecting, and based on those numbers you can test it and then put it into this table here. So as you're going through and experimenting with each channel, you can track all the metrics that are relevant for that channel, right? So let's say for the channel one, it's cold email. So you would just rename this as cold email, and you would go through and track on a daily or a weekly basis of how many people are like opening your emails, clicking the links, and converting to sales calls. But let's say for the other one with sales, the column name would change because it would be like how many people pick up the phone, how many people want to go to the next steps, and so on and so forth. And then for existing platform, you would change this to like how many views you get, how many people click on your link, and yeah. So you would change it based on the channel. So that is the end of this video. And oh yeah, so one other thing, on the master plan at the bottom, you can fill out what is the next steps for you to do. After you've gone through all the channels and brainstorm how you can use those channels to get customers, what you can do is you can come to the main table and just fill out the next steps. For each channel, there are probably going to be different steps that you can take to go to the next stage. So let's say for email marketing, what I need to do is I need to scrape a list of 10,000 people, and I need to draft the email campaign that has 5 steps. And then let's say you are trying to do cold calls. What you can do is you can come down here and you can, let's say for sales, you need to scrape like 5,000 phone numbers and write the sales script. So like the script that you're gonna use while you're calling your customers. And then let's say for existing platform, let's say I want to make posts on Twitter. So so the next steps are finding out or writing a list of ideas to tweet for the next 30 days and drafting 30 tweets, right? So you want to be like very clear on your next steps so that you're not just getting stuck and not taking action. This is the thing that you want to do after you fill out all of the tables. This is the end of this video. I will be doing a live demo where I go from idea to sale, and I'll be doing this with a real project, probably in a different video series. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions or you want me to make a follow-up video for this. All of the links to the sheets will be in the Notion document here, and I highly recommend you reading this book called Traction by this guy. It goes over all of the channels in detail so that you're very clear on what you can test and what channels you can test. That's the end of this video. Please do like and subscribe if you like this content, and I'll see you guys next time.